What's up, everybody? This is Andy Smith, your host with the most, 33-year veteran of the comic book industry, with another book look for you guys. This time, back to How to Draw Anatomy for Artists, an illustrator's guide to creating action figures and fantastical forms by the wonderful Glen Fabry. Glen, I've known as a painter. He also does do pencil and ink work. I discovered him when he was doing the covers on Preacher. He did every cover of the series Preacher. What a great series. Can't recommend it enough. Glen is just a phenomenal artist. You can see not painting here. His stuff is really along the, like I call my work stylized realism. I call his work just really more definite realism without, you know, he just sees it, he draws it. I've got this 4-issue Authority miniseries he penciled and inked, which is really awesome. Slain, I discovered his work there. God, I just love his painting technique so much. And this is nice drawing style. So Glen Fabry, nod to Liam Sharp, Corlin Kruger, James Ryman. So it's cool that he's going into like styles and such like that. Matt Hughes, Jose Pardo, different types, erotica and exotica. Fantasy Artist Masterclass. Let's see what he does. All right, he talks about the main bones. You don't need to know every bone in the human body. You just need to know what they call bony landmarks. Bony landmarks are the knees, the elbows, hips, things like that. He breaks down a pretty basic mannequin representing the torso and the skeletal system and stuff. Then, of course, always got to have the anatomy. Nice drawing here of the way he does anatomy. Like I said, pretty realistic here. He doesn't break it down into head size, so I'm not quite sure if that's 8 heads tall or not. Doesn't look it. He also did man, woman, like that. I'd rather have seen the full figure for each one. That's okay. Muscles in action. Pretty cool. Seeing how he breaks it down and stuff like that. Facial expressions. He is great at facial expressions. I love this too. Fully rendered lantern jaw, big jaw, and then simplified using cross-hatching. Obviously more manga looking. Love that. Shorthand for faces. Sometimes it's easier to think about how to do an expression in simpler terms and then get more detailed. Expressive hands. I haven't looked at this book in a long time, so I don't know if there's instruction on drawing the hands or it's just like these drawings here. Okay, so nope. Body language and such. It looks like he's having other artists help him out because this doesn't look like his work right here. Clothing the figure, of course. Just basically examples. Character types, body types, very important when designing a character. Different body types and such. This doesn't look like his work either. I wonder who else he had. Ooh la la. The figure reference file. You can definitely tell by Glen's work he uses a lot of reference, and there is nothing wrong with looking at visual reference for stuff. I know what you're thinking. When did I pose for this book, and why do I not have my goatee? Yeah, it was in my younger days. So cool, just showing different reference and stuff. I don't know, I mean, there are definitely things as an editor I would have pointed out in this book to see a little better. I definitely would not have put this guy on a 2-page spread on such a thick book because you can't really see the inside of it. That's just a design thing. But, you know, different photo reference for different things. You can kind of see. And then you can extrapolate from here. Like, I could draw this into, like, a huge bulking Hulk type character. But at least I have a basis for the pose, you know. Same thing. I would never put that on a spread. So he's given, you know, a lot of photo reference for you guys. Goes into lighting, which is important. I like this, same pose, different lighting. I wish it was in black and white so you could see the tones better, the gray tones. Practicing drawing and sketching. Yeah, I don't know who else worked on this. That is not his art right there. We do get into his art, but yeah, that's not his art. So capturing movement. This I don't think is his art either, but maybe I'm wrong. Compositional study and a finished painting. I would not have put that across the spread, but I get it. This was by Keith Thompson. So talking about, you know, that was about one page, one composition. Then we get into inspiration. Lots of different things can give you inspiration. Books, movies, sports, comics, you name it. You can get inspiration from anywhere. Artist at work. This is why I like, because he kind of takes you through his painting process. He talks about the tools in the media. So S10 artboard, black colored pencil, of course, acrylic paints, watercolor brushes, red and black ballpoint pens, processed white small brush, fiber tip pens, toothbrush. So he shows the initial sketch and such. And then he gives you his color palette. That's cool. Talks about the beginning step. So shading. Shape all stars, begin to add some color. Yeah, so shading. Not much shading really there. But then he talks about how he goes in and adds color. So the different steps. I think that's really freaking cool. How he takes you through the steps, and it really is broken down nicely, photographing each stage along the way. And then, you know, kind of a big jump from 18 to 19. Probably should have been a couple more in here, but if you read through it, you get the basic idea of what's going on. Cast of characters. So here, this is Glen's work, and well, this is Liam Sharp right here, but this is Glen. So here he's talking about barbarian stuff and designing a barbarian, different poses and whatnot. Sonia, the adventurer. She's a big barbarian chick. Great painting. I love his art so much. That almost looks like Liam Sharp. Wizards aren't scrawny. So this is a wizard. I mean, it doesn't say, but that really does. I think that's Liam Sharp. This is a portfolio picture. An alien. Oh yeah, it has been a while since I looked through this. That's not Glen either. Kind of disappointed. Maybe it's this guy, Joe Calkins. Robotic female, very cool looking. This is not Glen either, but it's a very cool looking shot, design. I'm guessing that was Keith Thompson, the way he's showing the portfolio stuff. An enchantress type figure. Michael Cunningham. Oh, this is definitely Liam. Brutus the Hulk. Yeah, that's definitely Liam. But then Michael Cunningham. But this is Liam. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Winged Avenger. You know, you definitely have to read through this stuff. There's not a lot of how-tos when it comes to the drawing, but if you read through it, he talks about characteristics for each of these characters and such, and what to think about for the design. So, werewolf type dude. Moot, the fat man. I mean, hey, we just call him the Blob. The barber's daughter. Grenville, the comic sidekick. I don't know. As an artist, I thought this book was really cool, and I got some good insight from it. As somebody just learning, you know, you'll learn from this book just by copying the drawings and such, but it's not really that much of a how-to book. Or in the org, this is definitely Fabry. It's art. It's great. Some action poses. It's a ballerina pose, it looks like. Gobbo the Goblin. This is another one that's definitely by Glen. Yeah, this one is not, I don't know who did this one, but a lizard type character. So, I mean, he covers a lot of bases with the different characters in the book. Let me just see if in the beginning, this comprehensive list also includes artists who are acknowledged beside their work. Joe Calkins, Michael Cunningham, Al Davidson, Matt Haley, Matt Hughes, Jan Patrick, Corlin Kruger, Maurizio Manzara, James Marigine, Martin McKenna, Rihanna Moeller, Jonathan Openguthyphen, Jose Pardo, James Ryman, Chris LaRue, Liam Sharp, Rob Sheffield, A.S. Suzuki, Keith Thompson, Rob Tinner, Michael Toe. So there you go. He is definitely giving props to the other artists. So that's cool. I just never really noticed. But here you go. Liam Sharp, 74, 75, 76. So let's see if I was correct. '74, '75, '76. But I'm telling you, I'm going to have to go back and look through the... This looks like Liam to me, Brutus. So let's just see who did Brutus then. Yeah, oh, Liam Sharp. So he's just doing it in order. So it was Liam Sharp. Okay, so yeah, so you can break down who did what for the contributing artists. So that's cool. Matt Haley did 21, 20. Oh, that's cool. So there you go, guys. Anatomy for the artists. For fantasy artists, Glen Fabry. If it's still available, I'll pop a link in the description below. This book, I forgot to say when it came out, originally came out in, drum roll please, 2005. I believe there's an updated version where there's more material in it and stuff. So, like I said, I'll drop a link. Thank you for joining me for today's book look. Go check out Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. And I think you'll like it. It's pencils never before seen. Some of my favorite pages that you can check out. And before that, it was pretty much the inker and the editor that saw the stuff. So go check that out, guys. When we get to $9,000, the next stretch goal, I am making it. I did some research, and I really want this book to be able to lay flat. And the best way to do that is with a nice wire spiral binding, and then you can lay it flat so you can put vellum over it or tracing paper to practice inking, or it's easier to scan in when it's laid flat. So there you go, guys. Check it out. Thanks, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Like, subscribe, share! Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. This book features 52 pages of some of my favorite full pencils that I did for other companies over the past 2 decades. The raw pencils as they were seen by the inker, and now you can see them for the first time. This book also comes in a digital format so you can practice your inking in your favorite program. Back it today.